Hello, friends. Good morning. I was just getting my new camera set up, which is super fun. Um, over the holiday season, I found a really great deal on Black Friday on this new camera. And I'm very excited about it because now when I hold things up, it automatically detects it. And it's also 4K. So it's just a much better quality, which is fun. Philip just took Penny outside, so he'll be joining us in just a minute. And we are going to be starting, not finishing, I'm sure, this incredible build. So yeah, hi, good to see y'all. What are y'all building today? Hello, hi Ryan, good to see you. And it looks like Missy as well. Good morning to you both. Did y'all have a good holiday season? Penny, come here. Penny and Philip just came inside. Good morning. Hi, Bev. Good to see you. Philip got these really fun mugs that are from Elf. So you can see on the front, this one has the claws meter, and on the back it says, "The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear." And then he has another one that on his, it says, "World's best cup of coffee," and has Elf holding a congratulations sign. So hello. Hi, Brandon. How's it going? Where are you from? I think the other three are all in Austin, which is fun. But are you also in Austin? Let's see. I am going to get us started with opening the box. Hello. Philip is here. So this is the next modular that comes out January 1st. And at Fan Media Days, we got to see a preview of it, which was really cool, or a reveal of it rather, and hear from the designers about it. And it made me really, really excited to get to finally build it. So it's been sitting around here, but we haven't had time because of all of the busyness of the holiday season. So hello, Billy, good to see you. Oh, nice, California. Good stuff. Well, it's early there. Thanks for joining. But yeah, so here, I'll let Philip through. Yay. I feel like I need a hat. Where are we going after this?
Up to North Austin to spend the day with my parents and my brother's family because my brother's family just got into town.
Yeah. So they are visiting from Georgia. So it'll be fun to see them and spend some time with them. And we're doing Christmas again for the next couple days. So yay, that's Bev. And we've got Billy. Billy, where are you joining from? Let's see. I feel like I should have sorted these earlier. I'm looking for bag 1. So there's at least 24 bags. Let's see. Someone said my holidays were sleepy, which was fine. Oh, that's good. Sleepy is always a good thing.
I wish
for sure too.
Ours were.
Yes, ours were not. Do you want to talk about what we did?
We a few days before Christmas, we went to a play with my parents at a small community theater here. We always do some kind of live show, live play, live musical the week of Christmas. So we did that. And we were basically sitting on the stage. It was the same level. Like literally, they were walking right by us. I thought they were going to run into my legs a few times. So we were in the cast, essentially.
Yes.
And then Christmas Eve, we got everything ready. We were hosting on Christmas Day. Went to a candlelight service and then had tamales, which is our new family tradition, doing tamales on Christmas Eve. And then we hosted my parents and our friends and one of their parents for Christmas Day.
Yes, so not sleepy.
Not sleepy.
But lots of fun. Lots of fun.
Yesterday was our first day of just kind of like relaxing, chilling. We still had to wrap some presents for today, but it was the most relaxed of the holidays so far.
For sure, yeah. And I played some games yesterday, which was nice. So Philip got me the new, not new to me, Mario Odyssey and Odyssey 2. And I have Galaxy. No? Galaxy? I can't remember which one it is. But it's a Mario game, and I actually didn't start it yet because I want to dive into it when I have like time to actually dive in and start working my way through it. But was really excited about that, and so was looking through, played some of the Grinch, which he got me last year when he got me the Switch, which is cheesy and fun and silly, and then played this remake of Mario Classic with Santa and elves, and felt like a complete steal of the way that Mario is originally. So Galaxy 2 had a Switch remaster. Nice. That might be the one that I got. So I can't remember the names of it. There were a handful of different Mario titles that I was interested in, and he got me the one that has both 1 and 2. All right, so we're gonna start and dive in with bag 1. So this set is Shopping Street, and I've heard frustrations and complaints, and I've heard excitement as well. So I'm curious to know your thoughts if you've seen anything about the reveal of the set so far. And I can talk a little bit about like what we heard from the designers. But one of the things I really loved from the designer was hearing that he was showing how they did the complicated math to make the angles work for the 2 buildings in order to have an alleyway between the 2 buildings. And the designer talked about how he grew up in an area that had an alleyway nearby and wanted to make sure that was included because he thought that was a really interesting build technique and something that would be different than what we've seen in some of the other modulars, which is really cool. But then also they used complicated math to get them at the interesting angles as well. And so in the presentation, he held up the base plate showing what that math looks like. So when we get there, which will probably be in step 1 or 2, or bags 1 or 2, we'll show you what that looks like as well. Do you want to show the minifig?
Yeah. So got the existing torso with the vinyl and the jean jacket, and then a good face on the front. It's just single-sided. And then she's got the satchel, and then this cane, which I don't know if I've actually seen that piece.
Yeah, that's a relatively newer one. I want to say that the first time I saw it was in the CMFs for Spider-Man, or for Spider-Verse. So you got 3D All-Stars a couple years ago. It contains remasters of 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy 1. Awesome. That's really fun. Yeah, really excited to dive into the game soon. But yeah, instead I was playing some of that like weird Santa game that was lots of fun. I think it's called The Legend of Santa. And yeah, Philip and I were, he was looking over the TV as I was playing it and was like, this feels like a direct copy of Mario, which it does. It feels directly like that for sure. I'm going to move these out of the way a little bit.
Yeah, if you're wondering what we're drinking out of.
Here's
from Christmas.
I showed mine already.
World's best cup of coffee. Congratulations! World's best cup of coffee.
Such a wonderful film. If y'all do presents and everything, what are the types of gifts that you got? And did anybody get Lego? Or have Lego on your wish list? What Lego did you get?
What Lego did I get? I got the Sherlock Book Nook.
Book Nook.
When I was a wee lad.
Who are you? I love this.
Well, I'm going back into my method acting days. I was in A Christmas Carol at our local community theater. I did it a few years. In my last year, I had worked my way up to Goose Boy, who at the end, Scrooge is like, "What day is it?" And he's like, "Today? Why, it's Christmas Day." And then Scrooge asks him to go get the largest goose at the shop down the street that he's going to send to the Cratchits. And Goose Boy goes, "The one as big as me?" So anyways, that was my claim to fame. And there's a character in the Sherlock Book Nook that reminds me of that kid. So I'm going to make him Goose Boy for our Cratchit scene.
Yes.
Delivering it to...
Yeah, this gift of purchase was
this
awesome.
one. So I'm going to have him at the door delivering the goose. Or the turkey. I never understand if it's a goose or a turkey.
Yum. Bev got the mini orchid. That's a beautiful one for sure. No Lego, but you got money for Lego. Okay, nice, Missy. Any ones that are on your wish list that you're wanting to get, either with that money or just sometime in the future? And then let's see. Each day is a different starship from the Star Trek universe. I think I missed something. All that I built lately is some models from the advent calendar instructions that your friend got you from Remarkable. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so that's a way to make the Star Trek universe continue beyond the huge, incredible set, which is fun. That's really neat. You got the Simpsons Krusty Burger and the 2 gifts of purchase. Nice. Good stuff. The Krusty Burger is a huge set too. Do you have the other Simpsons one? I think it was their house, right? Was it their house? I think so.
And also some money for future January 1st sets and Wicked for Good on
yes!
Blu-ray.
Awesome. Good stuff. Love it. Love it. Love it.
We will likely be getting the digital version of Wicked for Good, so we can see the deleted scenes also, which releases in 3 days.
Just a couple days. Yeah. That's coming out soon. Yeah, very excited about the Blu-ray coming out and the digital coming out so that we can watch it at home. We've seen it 3 times in theaters, which was a lot of fun. And yeah, had a blast. So the first time was when we saw it at the premiere, which was mind-blowingly cool. And then once here with some of our best friends that we always see films with and that we went to see Wicked with on Broadway. And then the last time was with some other friends at IMAX, which was a really cool way to see it. It was really impressive. The Autumn Cottage coming out on the 1st and waiting for the Pokemon set. Nice.
I don't know if I've seen the Autumn Cottage.
It's beautiful.
Pictures.
Yeah. Here, I want to add some on this side. So yeah, we are headed though to visit family today, so that'll be fun this afternoon. And for Lego, for what I got, Phillip got me the excuse me, the candle advent candle type beautiful set that was out last year and we just never picked up. But it's a beautiful display set, and so excited for that one. And then I have a whole bunch of review sets, so it felt like Lego for Christmas anyway in that regard, because we get some of the sets for review. We end up often not doing them as gifts as much for each other because it's a gift in and of itself to get to do these, which is really cool.
I also don't know what is in his back stock at any given
That's also,
time.
Yeah, really part of it too. So, but you did good with this.
And what up, non-Lego but for Lego? Did you get anything?
Non-Lego but for Lego. Non-Lego but for Lego. Trying to think. Yes, but and you know the answer, but I can't think right now.
That enhances any of your Lego sets?
Oh yes, got some light kits. So that's something that Phillip has come to do in the last handful of years. And so, what are you looking for? Another one of those? No. Gotcha. Yeah, so got the light kit for the big family Christmas tree, which was really beautiful. And got, what else?
Another 2 rows.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. We're working on the tile work, which is always the least fun part of these builds, in my opinion, especially when it's like indoor on the ground floor of the building and they do those 1x1 tiles. Like that always drives me nuts.
Like, should I go refill my coffee and magically it's ready when I get back?
That's how that works, isn't it? All right, so yay, step 1 done. Not quite showing the fun details of the math yet. So we'll get to showing that in a minute. But yeah, so we put the light kit on the family tree, and it's beautiful. It makes a big difference. It does make it obvious that it opens up, and you can see inside the inside of it, which is nice. But also, like, for people who are not wanting that who are wanting it just to look like a Christmas tree and not see the inside, that it exposes that a little bit. But I wanted it that way because I wanted, when people look at it, for them to know there's more to this set than what you see necessarily.
I wish you could. The one strand does like the bulbs on the outside and the inside and the star, I think, or a lot of it.
Yeah.
And so I wish you could kind of select if you just have the outside on versus the outside and the inside. But we can't, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's still really, really pretty. It also does make it more obvious that the big bulbs there's 2 lines of them on the bottom, but then there's not any on the top half of the tree. So it makes it a little bit more obvious. So we're thinking about maybe even spreading out the bulbs a little bit more, so they're a little bit more non-uniform in a line, which might help as well.
Yeah. You want to get the dark green ones that go in the middle.
Is that this?
Yeah. So Brandon was saying back in 2014, didn't have enough money to buy the over $100 sets, so you didn't get the first two sets. I think that was the case for a lot of people. So the Krusty Burger set is selling really well, and I think that's because of that. There were a lot of people who wanted the previous Simpsons ones, and either got them for much more expensive prices secondhand, which is really annoying to have to do, or just never got them at all. So I'm glad for the major Simpsons fans that that's something that came back out. For sure. I think that it's a really beautiful and interesting build. That is one that we didn't get for review, and I'm fine with because we don't have a lot of room. We're running out of room for a lot of different things for sure. But I do think it'd be a really fun build for sure. So, and you also said that the Christmas table decoration. Yes, that's the one that I got. You wanted in a white elephant exchange earlier in the month. That's fun. Nice. That's just been one that's like always been on the like maybe someday we'll get this list, and also it surprised me that it was still available this year to buy, and so I'm glad we got it before it retired. I don't know if it's going to retire anytime soon, but it wouldn't surprise me if it does. So let's see. Yeah. What other things? I'm trying to think. So we got, Phillip got us tickets to see 2 concerts that I'm really excited about in the new year. So one will be Callum Scott, who's incredible. If you don't know him, definitely check him out. And it's just one out, right? Calum?
I think so, yeah.
Callum Scott. So he was on The Voice. On America's Got, Britain's Got Talent.
Got Talent, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah.
I think he made it to the final of it.
We need another.
He is incredible.
Incredible. And so very excited to see him. That'll be in April, I think. And then we're going to go see Mika in May. And I love Mika as well. And so very excited for those 2 concerts that'll be coming up. Something is, we're missing this one. The first bags of these, we should have just done this before the live stream.
Very exciting.
It's a little bit more tedious too, for sure. So you were at the Lagola Christmas party at Bricks and Minifigs for Bank. Oh, so fun! So you were there with a number of our friends that we know through the fun online world of Lego fandom. I think Christopher was there, and I think John was there, right? John Walls from Texas, who is my partner on Lego Masters. Pretty sure he traveled there for that party, right?
I think so.
I think so. If so, that's so fun that you got to meet him.
Maybe Mandy.
And Mandy, yes, which we finally got to meet. Mandy, I guess we'd met Christopher and Chad before, but we finally got to meet Mandy actually in Denmark randomly. So we need more blues and cranes. Oh, and there's more across the top too. This has a really fun pattern, which we'll show you in just a minute. But it's using these, like the curved, let's see, let me try this again. Where's the camera? There we go. It's using these curved pieces. It's not wanting to focus on. It was the other day when I was showing this, maybe it's because my face is still in here. Let's block that. There we go. But using these on the floor and then using the quarter round tiles to fill in with some additional color around it. And I think this will be a little bit between the 2 buildings. So I'm not exactly sure. Let's see. Okay, so that one goes there, then this, and then these alternate across. I love these pieces because it adds more fun options for doing mosaics. And it's been neat to see like how people incorporate these into different types of mosaics on Monday builds on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, there's something every Monday where people do the different mosaics. Yay, John was there. That's so fun. I love that. We were excited to see that he was able to make it, which was cool. So let's see. So this one goes, okay, I think that's the last one here. And then we've got this. All right, almost done with this bag. And usually it's the first few bags that are, yeah. Maybe next time when we do a modular, we'll feel like we're missing a 1x2. Is it underneath here? The bag. Where is one? Next up one that I'm glad that we've moved to the paper bags, but I also find that I'm more prone to
You can't see into it.
have a piece that's stuck in there. Maybe it fell down on the ground. Well, that's not fun. Riveting, I know. I guess I should be building something too. Yes, you should, Ryan. What are you building? Pick something from your back stock or something to build and tell us about it as you go. Goodness. Okay, well, will you just grab another one from, thank you. That is one thing nice about having a large Lego stash in the other room is if we're missing a piece, which usually missing a piece just means we misplaced it from the bag, we can typically find it. So this is, there might be a Ziploc bag with some in it. But yeah, I love this detail here. I'm loving the colors that they chose to add a little bit of pop of color. And I think that'll be like in front of the buildings. Let's see. Yeah, I believe that's going to be kind of in front of the buildings and kind of going through the little sidewalk area or the little alleyway area. Did you find one?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks. You kind of like the mystery of not knowing what you're building until opening the bag. Yes, honestly, that is kind of fun too. Oh, I'm behind on the Star Trek advent calendar. Oh, better hop to it. Now you see the round piece you were using. Yeah, you've never seen that one. Yeah, it's just really cool. Like, so these curved ones here, we have some in black and white. I think that I got from Lego, from the bricks and pieces. I haven't seen them yet on the wall, the pick-a-brick wall at the stores. But if you have them in bulk amounts, then you can do some really interesting pattern work. So yeah, or we did this. So yeah. All right. So I'm gonna get grab bag 2. What are you missing?
Well, we're gonna be missing more then.
Are we? Oh, that's weird. Okay. Did we accidentally use some where we weren't supposed to? Yes, we did. These two.
Oh my goodness
What
gracious.
there? How did that happen?
Well, it's supposed to be a gray.
Oh, that's why. Okay, cool. We figured it out, y'all. It was our mistake.
It wasn't on my side.
Interesting.
Oh, there's the bus.
Yep. Okay, let's see. So we'll pull these out. There we go. So these two go here. Fixed. Ta-da! User error. Which happens sometimes, y'all. Okay, so now we have an extra one, which is great. Okay, so this is going to go up from here. Cool. Good stuff. Yay. Yeah, the advent calendars, we always like to get one of the, we typically buy the city one, actually. We've done the Marvel ones and the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Star Wars ones, but we typically try to get the city because it has a lot of the parts and minifigs and stuff that we'd want to use in our winter village and such. And we also get behind on it almost every time. This year, we actually didn't get it until a few days in because when I went to the store to buy one, they were completely sold out. And we had to check with people in the lug, and thankfully, Lori and Harlan had an extra copy that they were willing to sell for us. So that was really cool. So, hello, happy post-Christmas and happy build day, Zach. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Are you building anything, and did you get any fun Lego for Christmas or for the holidays? Brandon says they replaced Marvel with Minecraft for the advent calendar. Yes, I was surprised. And I'm curious to know how well that new advent did. The Minecraft one, I think it did pretty well. I know with the Minecraft movie out, obviously there's an audience for it for sure. But curious on if that audience is big enough to justify that type of a switch. With the advent calendars too, that's something where I feel like they print a fixed amount and they don't reprint them based on interest, because it's like time sensitive. And so because of that, if you miss out on it, you miss out on it typically. So yeah, I was happy though that we were able to get one, and most importantly for the tree costume, but also to get another Mrs. Claus. And I really loved the two animal character ones too. Even though they've done, I don't know that they've done a polar bear yet in larger size, but they have done the reindeer in the full size minifig. It was nice to get a smaller one to go with them too. So.
Yeah, I liked the minifigures that came in it. The Santa's fine. It's just want a new
Just
one. I want a new
Santa.
But all the builds within it, I'm ready for different types of builds in the advent. But I get that a lot of people, it's their first time getting it.
What types of builds would you want in it? And you said you're ready for something new.
Oh, I don't know. I want to be surprised.
Yeah.
Something new.
What are you doing with these? You're making it hard to find them. He's like moving them all over the tray and hiding them from
You
us.
asked me a question.
So.
I didn't know the answer to. So
Just enjoying the Saturday, build day tomorrow, if possibly. Nice. Good stuff. We are building before headed to see family again. So we've got third Christmas, actually. We do Friends Christmas with two of our best friends that we see, or that we do every year, typically like the week leading up to Christmas. So yeah, how are you liking the modular? Good so far. It's just the base plate, so I'm excited to get past this point, but we're almost there, which is good. So I'm very excited for it, for sure. So, and curious, I asked earlier too, and I don't think anybody chimed in, but curious on your thoughts on the modular based on what you've seen.
What do you think the dial or thermometer? You can't really see it, I guess. Or a speedometer. What do you think that's for on the ground?
Oh yeah, that is kind of odd. So there's this this piece here that feels a little bit out of place. I don't know. We will have to see. But it is right next to a thing that's spilling out water. And there's a little note in here that says, there's so much water spilling out onto the ground. And it has a picture of the new pigeon, not minifig, but pigeon character.
I didn't think about putting the water fire flames in the end of one of these.
I want to say they did that once for an Ninjago set, but I can't remember.
Oh, is it like the water main or the?
Yeah, it might be though. I think it's probably related to the water. It's the thing you twist to open the water.
When it freezes, you have to turn that off before it freeze.
Now we're moving on to bag 2, and we're getting bricks, not just plates.
Don't want your pipes to burst like this.
No. Yeah, so they used a clip to attach that piece, and you can see that the water is spilling out, which is fun. One of the things I really appreciate with the modular buildings is how much they weave in storytelling, and how they also weave in storytelling through the modular city. So they'll have characters that, or prints or pictures or whatever that connect with other modular buildings. So like in the boutique hotel, there's a whole billboard section out front. And one of the billboard things is a sign for the jazz club, for a performance at the jazz club, which I thought was really fun. So in this one, I'm curious to see as we go through what some of those hints are from other sets before. So no idea what the tile could mean yet. I know, right? It's a mystery. So.
Yeah, it's just a green base plate.
Yep.
But it's going to be very covered up. Zach, we always do tamales for Christmas Eve. And this year we got a red sauce and a green sauce for it. And so it was like Christmas tamales. And it made me think of when I got Christmas enchiladas in New Mexico.
Oh, nice. Zach, are you a red sauce or green sauce? Actually, anybody, if you eat them, are you a red sauce or green sauce person? Let's see. So yeah, now we're starting to build what'll be the base of both of the buildings for sure. So Christmas gelato, ooh,
Tamales.
But I'm curious about Christmas gelato.
I want
I'm like, wait a minute,
gelato.
What are we missing out on?
Oh, no sauce.
Oh, interesting. Really?
Interesting.
Green
Yeah.
sauce. Okay, nice. I learned this time that I am a green sauce person. I didn't realize that.
I
So.
could have just also been what the red sauce was.
That's true. Yeah. Based on the two that we got from this specific restaurant, which we really love this restaurant. It's a local one that we go to often. For those in Austin, it's El Nuevo Mexico. And it's good. But yeah, I prefer the green sauce for sure. So let's see.
A lot of no sauce, which I get.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fair.
I just like the wetness added with it.
Do any of y'all have any like holiday traditions or traditional foods or things that you do that like you look forward to every year or that your family just has done for forever? We have created and established some of our own since we've been married as of this year, 10 years. But I want to say we've had at least 12 years. You always do tamales and pozole. Nice. Yeah. For Christmas Eve with tamales with usually red chili. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. Also, New Mexico green chili and red chili is different than Texas green chili and red chili. So I want to say it might be spicier there. Am I right on that? I don't know if you've been able to sample Austin cuisine or Texas cuisine to know. Missy loves your cornbread dressing. Nice. I think I'd love that too. If you could just make us some, that'd be great. We can just all enjoy it together. Yeah, I bet that's delicious.
I love cornbread dressing. We got some for Christmas this year. It was a little more crumbly than I would like, but I typically love cornbread dressing.
Yeah. Let's see, what else do we have? A few more.
Zach says, as a New Mexico local, Xmas, which is both red and green, is usually his go-to, but always on the side. Good to know.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Love cornbread stuffing and dressing. Which, what is stuffing versus dressing? Because the herb, the store that we bought from, it was traditional herb stuffing or cornbread dressing. I don't know the difference.
So just started to build out this side of this building, so getting a relatively boring floor. But this is my favorite store in the building. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is the music store. So next page, if you want to grab some of those parts, it says, "Hey, there are hotels. No, hey, there are holes in the wall. Who could have done such a thing?" And they've got pictures every time there's a little blurb in here of the little pigeon. So I'm guessing they're saying that the pigeon burrowed some of those holes in the wall. So
stuffing is in the bird, dressing is outside the bird.
Oh,
how do they know if I'm going to put it in the bird or not?
But I'm guessing
we don't ever put it in the bird.
The way that you cook it, though, I'm guessing stuffing would be actually stuffed in the bird while you cook the bird. That's how I'm reading that. Which it makes sense. Yes, we live in the same house.
Oh yeah,
I love that. Oh yeah, because you both. That's awesome. Of course you do. That's fine.
We don't always have the same thoughts. Actually, we rarely have the same thoughts.
We're not blood related though either, so that's probably a difference.
That's true.
Yeah.
And Ryan says his personal tradition is to watch When Harry Met Sally. But hasn't watched it this year. We also love to watch that. In the monologue at the end that Billy Crystal says, we actually had someone read at our wedding, which was really, really sweet. Which we recently learned after the horrible things that happened, that wasn't originally in the script, and they didn't actually end up getting together in the original script at the end. But when Rob Reiner met his wife, he was inspired to add that scene where that monologue comes in, and they do get together at the end. So yeah.
Adds more meaning to it for sure. And sadness a little bit with that. But we both love movies and pop culture and wanted to have some type of reading that was from a movie. And that was one that we didn't really watch much before, but we loved the reading. And then since then has become a favorite movie.
Yep. So we also have the soundtrack. And so that's like an early fall that we start playing that.
Nice. Your Christmas movie watching tradition is watching Grinch 2000. Nice. So we just saw Is that the one we just saw?
Yeah, 25th anniversary. It was back in theaters. So we went to see that at our Alamo Draft House here.
Just wild to think that it's been that long.
Yeah, it's cool to see on the big screen.
Yeah. Yeah, it was neat to go to a movie theater to watch a Christmas movie because Philip made a good point. We don't really get Christmas movies in theaters all that often anymore. Most of them are released direct to streaming services, or it's like Hallmark movies and stuff that we enjoy and they're fun and cheesy. But also, in most cases, we're watching them on the couch, distracted at home, maybe with our phones on hand, even though we probably shouldn't, and have it to where you're just not as engaged and invested in it. And there's such a huge difference between going to a movie theater and being with a crowd of people who are all watching the same thing at the same time and reacting at the same time. So it was really fun both to see Grinch and to see
the 35th anniversary of Home Alone,
yes.
Which we saw at a really cool theater here. And then after the movie, Macaulay Culkin did a talkback interview type thing with a host. So that was really, really cool hearing some of the behind the scenes from when he was a kid and how he thinks back on the movie now and how he has so much more appreciation for it now that he's a dad. So that was really interesting. And it was just fun to be around people laughing at the same jokes that we've laughed at for 35 years and being surrounded by that, which is really cool. There was one couple right in front of us that seemed like they had never seen it before, ever.
It's like, wait a minute.
They were reacting in different ways than the rest of us. So that was fun too.
Yeah. It does make a difference to be in a movie theater in those settings for sure. So yeah, it made a really cool experience. And similarly, so right after filming Lego Masters, I got back home and still had a couple days off of work before I had to go back to work and during weekdays. And so I went to see The Nightmare Before Christmas in the movie theater, which I had only ever seen, I think at a friend's house, watching it on video or DVD or something. And so it was, we're on this step, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. It's confusing to follow. No, it's fine. Anyway, it was the first time that I saw it in movie theaters, and I actually really liked it. And when I saw it in my friend's house, I didn't like it all that much. So it was interesting to experience it in a different way, the way that it was meant to be seen, right? I've never done air quotes without my two fingers. I literally just did air quotes like this.
I think this is the wrong
is it? Are you sure? It might be. Yeah, you're right. So in this set, it has dark brown, reddish brown, and dark red. And my eyes, especially in our slightly lit room, are having a little bit of a hard time seeing the difference between the colors right now. But yeah, so Nightmare Before Christmas, now I'm a huge fan because of seeing it in the theater. And now we've watched it at home a few more times since then, and I enjoy it even more each time. So that build is an incredible Lego build and a super fun one to have out in our house because we decorate a ton, both for Halloween and for Christmas. And so it's a nice one that kind of bridges both of those, which is cool. So, but yeah, definitely recommend going to see any of those movies if you ever get a chance to see a holiday movie in theaters. Again, when they do them as like fun throwbacks, those are really unique experiences for sure. So yeah, thank you all for joining us today. It's so fun to get to build with y'all and to get to experience just chatting about different people's experiences and traditions and that kind of thing. So I'm really happy that y'all are here with us today. Lots of fun. Let's see. So, okay.
Being in Austin, do we ever go out for Master Pancake shows?
Good question.
Twitch? Oh, I didn't know that they have them on Twitch.
Oh, that's me really either. Cool. Yeah.
We've gone to a few, but it has been quite a few years. But we do love them when we went to them.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to show you this now. So this is the first building. The second building is going to be over here. And the sidewalk, whoops. How does mirror image work? Here we go. The sidewalk is going to go like this, or with the alleyway between the two. You can see those red and yellow plate, red and yellow plates that are here and here and there. Those are going to work with the. I'm doing this wrong. Why can't I do this mirror? This mirror image thing is throwing me off. If I go, there we go. If I go like that. Okay, so it's going to go that way, and that's how, using these is how we're going to be attaching the plates that make it go at that interesting angle. So really interesting and unique way of putting it together. And once we put up the wall there, you'll see kind of how that's coming together. But I love that approach with this. So you agree? Thanks for highlighting Lego Build Day. Yeah, thanks for doing this. You wouldn't have done. Right. So 2023, Lego tried to have this huge push to make today Lego Build Day, with the idea that people are probably getting sets for the holidays, and it would be a good time to get people to build along with family and friends, and just have this wonderful experience. So I did my first live stream ever on Lego Build Day 2023. The first 5 minutes of it, I had a microphone that I had just gotten for Christmas that I was really excited about, and it wasn't working. And I didn't know that until 5 minutes in. And so that was really embarrassing that it was just a silent live stream.
I think I joined and I was like, what's happening
here? I was like, thank you for letting me know. Also, shame on you all in the world who were watching who didn't let me know. So people had joined and saw they couldn't hear anything. And instead of saying in the chat, I can't hear you, they just left. And like, now I'm like, anytime I join anybody else's live streams, if I can't hear them, the first thing I'm going to do is post in the chat, hey, your microphone's not working, because it's helpful for them to know. So anyway, that was my first time doing a live stream. Since then, they haven't really promoted it. And so it still is a thing, I believe. If you Google it, it says the AI results say it's still on December 27th. But the webpage it takes you to says December 27th, 2023. So I don't know that Lego is trying to make this a thing still. Like, they had a really big push that year. But I do know that there are other builders who I've seen who've participated in it still. And I think we should still continue this tradition, because we always get a lot of Lego at the holidays, and have opportunity to build something fun a couple days after. So it's also just kind of a nice, like, you've had time with family and it's great. So this gives you a chance to enjoy some of the gifts that you got, and hang back out with some of your Lego friends too online. So again, thanks for joining.
Lego probably decided every day is Lego Build Day.
Right. Yeah, they're like,
should always be building.
ABB. Always be building. That should be on a shirt.
Yes, I did the same thing for meetings when I joined. A basic hello, how are you doing? How are you trying to do a mic check? Hold open. Yeah.
Right? Yes.
Please assist.
Please assist. That's the nice thing to do.
Assist. Congrats on your stream anniversary.
Oh, thank you. I hadn't really thought about that. Yeah, that was so that was the first time that I tried live streaming. And it was like shortly after that I started doing YouTube. So I think that was live stream on Instagram that time. And then since then have done at least one a month now for, I guess, 2 full years. So yeah, I didn't think about that, but thank you. That's fun. It's been really interesting to navigate that process of like figuring out if I like live streaming and if it's something that I can do where I'm actually talking while also building, which, depending on the set, can sometimes be easier or harder. And what I found is I really enjoy it. And I like also having people as guests. And so it's fun, like when Phillip can join me here in person and we can chat together, but then also when I can have people join kind of virtually online too. So I've been looking into some different streaming services that allow for that. I was using StreamYard, I think is the one that I was using. And I liked it. But I wasn't exactly sure if I wanted to commit to that one. And I was also looking into Restream a little bit too. And part of that was I got this better quality camera. I wanted to use that with these streaming services.
Did you just take that from me?
Yes, I did. No, I didn't. I grabbed one from here. Okay, sure. I didn't see that you set that one aside for me. Thank you. I was confused as to where it went. Okay, I think that's yes.
I need that.
And there's a lot of writing in this modular book. So this one says, "Oh no, is that water damage Oh no, is that water damaging the wood floor? Okay, so this spilled water, there's going to be some damage on the wood floor, which we'll show you in a minute too. That's just by using different color of the wood, I suppose.
Okay, that's trauma.
Wait, is that everything?
Did you need this?
No, I don't think so. All right, so we're starting to build at this side. It says, oh no, is that water damage on the floor? So I'm guessing that's the different colors of water or the different colors of wood that they're using right next to the water that's spilling outside. So this building will be, the angle that you'll see is a little bit more up here for this one. And again, I can't do this mirror image thing. It goes like this. There we go.
I think that when we try to focus it, also it's getting distracted by the tree.
I think it is. It was working perfectly fine the other day when I had the fireplace in the background. So, but Phillip really wanted the tree. So let's see. The new camera has been a nice addition to your streams. Thank you. And also I had switched to just doing them directly through YouTube until I figure out if I'm going to do a StreamYard or Restream, because it's expensive to get these packages that they sell. And if I'm streaming once a month, it doesn't seem worth it to me to spend that money. But I also don't want to have a really low quality video because that's not a great experience for y'all. So you love the tidbits throughout the instructions. You were very disappointed in the Game Boy. Had none. Really? Also, hi, welcome. I'm sad to hear that. I am actually really surprised to hear that because especially in the adults welcome line of sets, they often have some of that. Thank you for getting these. They often have different tidbits all throughout. So yeah, that is surprising. That's one that is on our wish list that we'll eventually get, I think for sure. And I wish I had my original Game Boy. It's been really fun to see people build it and compare it to their original Game Boys that they have. That would be fun to be able to pull that out, but definitely long gone. Don't know where that went.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to mine either.
You should ask your mom today. Ask your mom and dad today to see if they know.
Thanks, Zach.
Yay! Oh,
we love our trees in our house.
Yes, this is so this room is our den. We did a little walking tour through our house that we shared on Instagram. We do that now. That's actually kind of become a tradition that we have every year too on Christmas Eve. Is to do just like a walking tour. But part of that, honestly, is for ourselves so that we have a record of how everything looked in future years too. It's fun for us to be able to look back at those little videos, but I think it's about 30 minutes long. So if you want to see our house tour, that's on Instagram. And you can watch that later if you'd like. Yeah, so this is the den, which is my favorite room. I think it's probably your favorite room in the house too. Is that true or no? Or is your office your favorite room?
Oh my gosh, no.
His office is pretty cool though.
It depends on what I'm wanting.
Oh, okay.
But yes, probably.
Yeah.
When it's clean, absolutely.
Yes.
When there's Lego everywhere, no.
Not just Lego everywhere, by the way. The Wicked project I did kind of took over the den 4 months, and so that was something that neither of us really liked.
Because this is typically like the cleanest room.
Ooh, this
the rest
is really
of our house
cool.
is never clean. And just the most hygge cozy. So that was weird for 4 months.
What does hygge mean for those who don't know?
There's not an exact translation, we don't think, but essentially like cozy quality time with friends and family. We'll read in here. Then we'll watch movies, which isn't necessarily hygge, but it converts.
It could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, it's hygge to watch movies on our projector.
So hygge is Hygge. It is a Danish word. And yeah, it basically loosely means cozy. It also kind of translates to spending time with a small group that you're close with. And so that's something about Danish culture that is pretty accurate and true, is that people have very, very small, close-knit groups for themselves. And so,
which also, it's the one room in our house that how we have it set up. There's like a couch over there, and we can put 2 chairs over here, and then we have these 2 swivel chairs behind us, which we've moved back for right now. This is the only room in the house where we can have people kind of around in somewhat of a circle to chat and talk. So
I'm going to show you now. We've got most of both of the builds or the section set up. But I'm loving over here the way they did the curved pieces in the back that kind of create an interesting design and pattern that creates a little bit of sidewalk behind that building. And then this next build attaches in an interesting way. So I'm going to show you that one too as I build it. Let's see.
And Zach said, tree looks great. One of 3, right?
Used to be
Well,
3 full size.
So we had 3 full-sized. One was in our bedroom. We didn't do the full-size one this year. We did a smaller one in the bedroom. It is a tree, though. And then in one of our bathrooms, we have a tree that kind of looks like a Grinch tree that goes to the side, and it's all lit up. So I don't know. It depends on what you mean by Christmas tree. We also have a ton of glass trees and bottle brush trees. But if we're talking full size, we typically have 3 full size, but not this year.
So in step 21, I built out this little section that's kind of like a piece of furniture. So this is looking at it from the top down, and this is looking at it from the side. So you can see we used one of those sideways bracket pieces, and that's going to fill in this hole here. So when you put it in, this basically creates this raised part, which might be for furniture. So this store is a furniture store. And one of the things they talked about, yes, that's how you spell it. Thank you. When the designer was talking about the furniture store, he said one of the things that's pretty important within the modular building line that they've done from the beginning is they've done brick-built chairs that are very, that are very different and unique for every single build. And so they needed to have a chair store and a furniture store. And it also gave the designer the opportunity to build a whole bunch of different types of chairs for this specific modular, which is really fun. So that was neat to hear. And there is a printed part in the front that says like a sale for the furniture store. And it has a picture of the old school, just L-shaped chair part that you see in LEGO builds. And there's even one of them that's in the back, behind the building in a dumpster. So I love that it was like a cheeky poke at LEGO for designing a L-shaped chair that on its own could be a chair, but it's more fun to do virtual chairs. So but that was really cute. Yeah, bigga hugga. I love that. That was also, they were using that when they were doing the LEGO Build Day advertisements, actually. They used that phrase, I think. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, yeah. Yay. Okay, so we have our next minifigure. Also in the modular series line, there's a fun thing on the LEGO website that goes through the history of the modular buildings. So I definitely recommend checking that out. But it talks about how initially they all had just regular plain smiley faces. And then they moved to having ones with more expressions as they continued to further develop that minifigure. And their idea was they wanted kids to be able to do whatever emotions and storytelling that they wanted to do with it. But then they found that people were complaining that there wasn't as much opportunity with just the plain generic face. So I like that they did that. So here is our next one. I'll show them without the hair first. So we've got this guy that it's wanting to focus on Phillip, and I'm trying to focus it on. Look, come on. Come on, focus. It was doing it perfectly the other day. Oh, well, anyway, there we go a little bit. Anyway, we've got him. He's got a smiley face on the back side and on the front side. The back side has like a slightly, there we go. Perfect. Has that smirk with the mustache. Let's flip him around and see if I can get that as well.
Wicked Witch.
Flip it around. Wicked Witch. It's just not working. And then has, of course, hair that blocks the back side of it as well. I am surprised that that first one only had one print on the front. So yes. So now we are building out the base parts, or we're continuing to build out the base parts of both of these stores, but this will be like the walls that go through, and I'm hoping this one gets to the angled walls portion as well. So it looks like there's a front, what do you call that? Well, I guess it's a store window. Is this the, Philip thinks this is the entrance. I was thinking it might be windows, but we'll see, I guess, as we continue to build.
No, they probably go in from the side, the angle.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember from what I saw at Fan Media Days. They had us, they had the set so that we could take some up close pictures while we were there, which was really nice. This is the first year that they did it that way, where people could actually lift it up and whatnot. I need a 1x2, please.
Thanks for stopping by, Zach.
Yes, good to see you. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and enjoy your build tomorrow. And let us know what it is.
Yep.
Will you get me a 1x2, please? I need a 1x2 over there. Okay, I already did that one. Cool, great. Cool. All right. But yeah, they let us actually build out or take apart the build so that you could see inside it and everything. And they said, just make sure when you do that you don't like anything that you knock over that you put back together the way that you're supposed to. And of course, as I was opening up and trying to film on the inside, I bumped a whole bunch of things over and was like, oh, now I need to figure out how this goes. And there's no instructions or picture to know. So you had to do it based on memory.
Can you believe?
I know, terrible. But the nice thing is I'd already like filmed that floor of the building. So I was able to like look back at my camera and see, okay, this is how this goes together.
I thought you were going to say, I had already filmed my content. So I just ran away.
And... No, no. Would never do that. So yeah, it was really exciting to get to be there for Fan Media Days. I'd never been before, and this was the first invite that we got. I've been an ambassador since 2023. But yeah, it was really special. Looking for, here it is. So it looks like we're getting another, I don't know if this is a bay window or what. That's what is in my head with this, but it might not be. Let's see. Ryan, how's the advent calendar coming? Did you end up continuing it?
Oh. Nope. Give Penny second half.
Yep. We have
I have that pop up now at 11:07 a.m. for.
I told it to remind me later because she had first half earlier, or later than normal.
So far, I'm still looking for a model I can actually build with the pieces I have.
Oh, that's fair.
I was going to ask earlier if it was the instructions and you had to go find the pieces, and it sounds like yes.
Gotcha. There you go. I didn't realize you were putting those pieces together. Yeah, that's one of the things I really love about Rubricable is the opportunity to go through and build things with the Lego you have in your stash. But often, even though we have a huge stash of bricks from collecting over the years and whatnot, there's still plenty of times when I'm going through and I'm like, how do we not have these parts? So it shows you the volume of types of parts that Lego produces, which is really cool to see that they have so many. But yeah, definitely something where I'm like, wait a minute.
Final bag of Sun, Earth, Moon.
Let's see. You're in the final bag. Oh, that's so fun. So that set is one that I also have had on my wish list for a long time. That's the one that you turn the crank and it moves the whole thing around, I'm guessing. I had a friend who tried to do that on the live stream and was saying, this one's a little too complicated to be able to talk while also building because there was so much like technic stuff there. So biggest thing with Rubricable is picking out all those parts takes so much time. It really does. It's very time intensive for sure. And I know that I think there's a way on Rubricable where people can also like offer to sell the parts. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But I remember anytime I've seen people sell instructions of their things on Instagram or other places, often people who don't understand what it takes to put a set together will ask like, why doesn't this come with the parts? I'm like, I'll let you think on that. I think you'll get there pretty easily. So a friend got frustrated with the sun, earth, moon, and how do you finish it for her? That's, yeah, it's one that I really want to do, but it's one that I'll probably have to do just like on my own to enjoy. Okay, so this is really cool. So that attaches there, and are these out front? Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So I want to show you how we're getting this math correct for this angle. So this is what we just built in the last step. It's like an L-shaped piece. And you can see on the end, we have this curved plate. So that curve is important because it's going to go side by a regular plate and attach there. And then it creates this line that goes straight down from here that's going to attach on these red studs. And the yellow studs are to go out front of it to hold that kind of in place. And I'm guessing we're going to put some other things on top of those that'll be out front of the building, if you will. So when we do this, you put this here and angle it this way until it sits on top. So there it's sitting on top of that red one, and there's another red one here. So now it's actually attached by 3 studs, and you can see the really cool complicated angle that's there. So the other building is going to match that angle, which will give the really cool alleyway. So beware that the way they instruct you to affix the stickers for the moon phases is wrong. Oh, really? Okay, that's not cool. I'm glad that you let us know as Alfonsi is building it, because yeah, if you haven't gotten there yet, hopefully you don't mess that part up. That is frustrating and surprising. I feel like we've seen the volume of sets continue to grow that LEGO is producing and releasing, which is fun, but it also means that there's even more that they have to think about related to quality control. And I've seen a little bit of that dipping lately, where we've been getting sets where it's missing a part altogether, or something just isn't quite right. We saw that with the Star Trek build, right? Where the sticker was unfortunately misspelled. And I look at this first off as human error. We're all humans. We all make mistakes. I get it, right? If a business makes mistakes and they're willing to put in the effort to make sure that they can provide those stickers for people who bought them and fix them, that's a fine response, right? It'd be great if you didn't make the mistake in the first place. But that said, you know, I do appreciate that customer service is fantastic with those fixes. But I do think that we're getting a little bit more of those issues than we used to get. And so my hope is that that quality control is improved. You just hit that step, but you were not planning on stickering, hoping to use some of this for a GPT model or something. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. So you're in luck in that case. Yeah, to boldly go where no Lego brick has gone before. It was, and the thing is, like, we were all there for Fan Media Days. We all saw it, but we didn't inspect the sticker up close, and we weren't there to do that. That wasn't our purpose by any means for being there. But also, they had it where that part is inside the build, and they told us that with that set in particular, they didn't want us taking it apart because they just didn't want to risk it breaking apart. So we'd seen it when they were presenting it, but if you saw those videos, we were in rows filming forward, and they were like at the front of the room. So it's not like any of us were close enough to be able to notice that detail. And again, it shouldn't be on Fan Media to notice that for them. That is one of the things that LEGO asks us to do, is we're doing early review sets. Or early access sets, which they're changing the language of that, which I appreciate. So they told us from the beginning, when anybody applies for Fan Media Days and you get accepted for Fan Media Days, or not for Fan Media Days, when you get accepted to be Fan Media, they tell us, our hope is that you continue to produce content the way you always have. You were selected for a reason, and we enjoy the content you already do. So don't feel like you need to change and make that carbon copy of everybody else. But then they called it all review sets, and we would be getting these sets for review. And I thankfully had a brickmate who was awesome, who told me, take that to heart. They really like the content you were already producing and want you to do that. And also, a review can be whatever you want it to be. So if a review is that you are showing off the minifigures in the modular building, that can count as a review. So they've changed the language to say these are early access sets because there are different types of approach and content that we all do with it. Some of us do live streams where this is technically a review, right? But really it's just building with my friends. Some people focus heavily on the prints and the graphic design side of things because that's where they love. Some focus on the architecture of things. Some focus on piece count and is it worth the money and the value and all that kind of stuff as well. And so and others do mocks out of them, which is really cool too. So I appreciate that they've discussed it in that way too. Okay, I also want to show you now how this goes on. That's okay. So like I said, we've got the front of the building where we have that really cool angle. Now we have this piece that attaches, and here and there on those two corners is going to go over those yellow plates. So I will show you. It's going to go right there. So that hides that kind of issue that we saw there. And it looks like this is going to be the front entrance to the store potentially, and creates that beautiful kind of curved element out front, but also masks the pieces that have to be awkward for the angle to be correct. So yeah.
I'm confused.
They should have just gone for to baldly go or brickly go. Yes, right? They absolutely could have and should have. I think Lego puns are super fun for sure. One of your favorites is New Elementary, focusing on the new elements and recolors. Great resource for finding out what new parts are. Absolutely. And that's where when people talk about Lego ambassadors and we're all lumped together because we have the same name.
Whoa.
New Elementary, they are Lego ambassadors. I'm a Lego ambassador. Like there's all different types of Lego ambassadors and we all do different things. I use New Elementary all the time for my own understanding and research of things, which is really cool. So you seem really excited about something.
I was confused because I could put one of these corner dot tiles here, but there's no stud for it. So it just rests there for a second. I put something on the other side of it. And then on the next step,
so to show what he's talking about, that corner round tile is not actually studded in.
I was like, what? We missed something. And then I push this down here.
Oh, and that covers it.
And now it's hidden.
That's awesome. So it shows you why that's important to have that piece underneath there, because they could have just gone without it, but you can still see at a slight angle the little piece of that light bluish gray sticking out. So it still matters. That is really cool. And then again, on that front one, the piece that he just put in is this rounded plate, and it has to be rounded because of the angles. So okay. The way that I like to approach reviews is, in part, I do live streams, and so this is one way to do them. But then the other thing is I like to gather information about what I learned from the sets, different build techniques, and then show those in specific detail for people to learn from, and sometimes how then I incorporate them into mocks. And so that's what I like to do, and that's just kind of like part of why I love building Lego sets, is for learning from these experts who design Lego sets, which is really cool. So
we used rounded pieces like that last one that we showed you a lot in our Sentimental Man.
Yeah.
Oz build. I'm going to do this stuff.
Oh, you are? Okay. So Phillip is going to do this step, y'all. Yeah, I love New Elementary. They're fantastic. And it was also fun to finally get a chat with some of the people at Fan Media Days that I've chatted with online for years, but finally got to meet in person. So really good people. I've had some friends who've gotten the Star Trek set who've reached out and said, should I put this sticker on, the one that says go bold to boldly go? Or should I save it on the sticker sheet? And there's different opinions and different perspectives from different people. I tell everyone, though, contact LEGO customer service and then make your own decision on if you're going to put the incorrect sticker on or the correct sticker on. Maybe get an extra piece to put the incorrect sticker on so you can swap them out or have it on display beside it. Because I think it's actually really fun and really funny. Some people were saying, like, which is more valuable? Like, well, I don't know. And maybe the one that's misprinted, but also to me, that's not part of the reason I would choose. But I get why it is for other people. So
it's not necessarily a misprint per se, but on the new brick built Santa, upscale Santa.
Oh yeah, we need
His torso, the white strip of his belt, or the fur at the bottom of his jacket is dull compared to the white bricks on the sides of it. So it's very noticeable that it's a print versus the continuation of that. And we have heard that some people have contacted Lego and gotten a new print of it, which is much brighter white. So I want to do that.
Want to get up here? Go ahead. Penny, our pup, has a new behavior where she walks up to the couch and looks at it, and then she'll scratch at it to kind of ask for permission to jump up, which is weird because she used to just jump up on her own. But it's like she needs encouragement. And it's because she was sick earlier and was getting dizzy, and she jumped on the couch, twisted, and fell off the couch. And ever since then, now she's a little bit more afraid of it. But what I don't like about it is the scratching. It's like, girl, don't destroy the furniture just to tell us you're going to get on the couch.
Also, if she just stay on the couch for a while,
Right.
it'd be different than every
Up,
5
down,
minutes.
up, down. Yeah. So, yeah. Hey, girl, come on. You got it. Go. It's like one of the things that we do to encourage her is a tap on the couch. And I can't quite reach the spot. Blanket. Also, when we first adopted Penny, we had lofty ideas that we were going to always have her on just a blanket that was on the couch. So if she was on the couch, it had to be on that blanket only. And that lasted very, very shortly lived because she's a cuddly pup and likes to cuddle with us, which is fun. You were done with that stuff?
Yeah.
I think, yeah. And so, Penny, get up there. But yeah, because of that now, whenever we're wanting her to get on the couch, we say blanket instead of couch.
She doesn't know the
Blanket.
word couch. She only
Blanket.
knows blanket.
Get up. Come on. Go. You got it. Oh, she's backing up. She's going. Yay. She did it.
She does have an obstacle. She
Yeah.
doesn't want to jump into the box that's sitting on the couch.
We do have the Lego sets, or
Yeah,
the
her
box for it
defense.
there. That is true, but still, I mean, she's brave. She's a brave dog at times. All right, so now we're adding some sand green, which I love that that's the color choice for this build. I think it's a really pretty color to have included, and I like adding more of that into the winter village, into the modular building approach or collection of builds, rather. I think the last time we got it in a lot of parts was Greengrocer, and I think they said actually part of the decision to add it back in was to get these parts back in print in sand green so that people can buy them from Pick a Brick as well. So I loved hearing from the designer that he was thinking about it through the lens of an AFOL and what types of things AFOLs would want to have in sets again. So Dogs get all the spots and all the blankets. Yes, they do. And Penny is no exception. She absolutely gets all the spots and all the blankets.
The one rule that we personally have committed to and stuck with is she has her own bed in the bedroom, and so she doesn't jump up on our bed.
Yes.
The caveat to that is that when she stays with her auntie, that rule goes out the window.
Yes.
So it becomes a little bit of a challenge when we come home and she wants to sleep in the bed with us.
Like, no, not with us. But what's weird is she knows.
She does.
Like, she knows that, like, if she's with Marianne, she's with her auntie, then she can sleep with her. And if she's with us, she can't. So, or like when we've had COVID, one of us will sleep in the healthy one will sleep in the guest bedroom. And so Penny, at that point, we've been like, okay, fine, you can just sleep in the bed with us. And so it's like she secretly hopes we get sick so that she gets to.
But it's the other room. The other room.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're on this one. Fun. So in this step 2, we're building in some fun detail on the outside of the building. That is actually a really smart approach because it helps with I see. It helps with what do you call this? Masking or hiding those curved plates. I was wondering how they were going to do that. So remember how we had to use the curved plates let's see, it was here. The bottom layer of that was curved plates because it had to be angled. Well, we're finishing that detail using these curved bricks. So it looks more like an architectural detail and not like a mistake. Because otherwise, every time you get to this portion of the building as you go all the way up, it always has to be curved. So that is really clever. They added like 3 expensive parts from Greengrocer back. Some were $5 a piece. Holy cow. Like the 1x2 with a channel. Yep, we just built with that one. Loved earlier this year. The pick-a-brick wall at the store had a ton of 1x6 sand green, which we just, or no, I guess we've been doing 1x8 sand greens. And the boutique hotel had bellhops in sand green that make for good soldiers. Oh, I never thought to use them for soldiers. It is interesting too to think about like how different people build and the type of storytelling they use. That never crossed my mind, but it would make sense for it to cross people's minds who are building like armies and soldiers and stuff. So that was one of the highlights that they pointed out when showing us this build was how we are getting some parts that'll be fantastic for mock building. And it means, again, back in print, which means then you can get them on Pick-a-Brick or the Pick-a-Brick wall at your store if they pull them in, which they're limited in what they can actually pull in. Okay, so in here we're adding in some different furniture with clips and hinges and things, and those pieces of furniture are going to hold up the brick build instruments, which is why that's my favorite part of the of this build. I loved seeing how they really spent some time trying out all different elements to get some brick built instruments in here. As someone who studied music in college and plays different instruments and stuff, like that was something I thought was really, really cool. So, all right. So that looks like we're just continuing to build on the interior of this building for now. So, and it's 11:26. So I think we are going to probably finish this bag and then need to log off to go get ready to head up north with our family up towards Cedar Park area. But I'll show you kind of an overview of everything that we built at that point, and maybe a preview of what's to come. What else are y'all up to today or this weekend? Okay, you can flip the page. All right. It also looks like this is the beginning of stairs. So I love how in modular buildings, they are really thoughtful to make sure that every nook and cranny is used. Oh, something wasn't built right. I'm missing a 1x2.
Oh my
There we go. Let's
goodness
try this
gracious.
again. Anyway, they use every single nook and cranny in here, and they show how you can do some incredible minifigure scale building in a very tight space. So here you can see we've got the beginning of the stairs that are coming here, but you can also see they used elements around it to create those pieces that the instruments will be like mounted on, so that the space around the staircase is really well used. So.
This is interesting. There's a snot brick going this direction, but then a headlight brick.
Oh, yeah. Huh. That'll be interesting to see kind of the reasoning behind it later.
It's studded down, but still building out.
Nice. Love that. Just relaxing. I'm glad we had the relaxing day yesterday because, like Phillip said, we've got 4 days with family. The next couple of days, which will be fun, but also just not as relaxing, right? It's like most of the modular buildings are designed after European architecture. Yes, absolutely. And I remember the first time that we went to...
and that headlight brick goes down, so that's one of the 3 that stud down.
Oh, like this? Oh, I see. Cool.
Never mind.
Interesting. But yeah, when we went to Europe for the first time in 2018, I remember, we'd seen pictures of different buildings and stuff, but that was the first time that either of us had ever experienced it in person. And I remember just being so amazed at all of the architecture and just thinking a lot about like, oh, wow, now I see where LEGO gets a lot of its inspiration from. I had a chance to go to Hungary for work a number of years ago too. And that was interesting too, to see a different part of the world, and to get to experience like, oh, that's what that's all about. I already picked up that 1x2. So I'm here. Oh, were you not pulling that for me?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But you can.
I thought you were.
Go to the next page.
You need another 1x2 for you. But yeah, I feel like you notice more of that style of builds and whatnot when you get to experience your